and the other. And should I be mad at them? Nah, man, they just witnessed history. And in a way, it shows how good I am because they were like, yeah, man, he could be beat. They didn't think it'd be done. So it doesn't mean I'm done. It just means that, okay, well, it is what it is. But it's like, okay, what you gonna do now? You gonna complain? You gonna complain about your God now? Where's your God now, Phil? I went over there. I was like, wait a minute. Let me kneel. Said what I had to say, and then walked out. I was pissed off. Said a few things I probably shouldn't have said, you know. But that means I'm human. But I wasn't saying screw Shawn or fuck him, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, like it wasn't even about him. It was about how I needed to handle this.
You're a respectful person.
Yeah, you gotta just continue to fight and not get all. Look, I've been the most scrutinized Mr. Olympia in the world because of social media. Now, social media was around with Dorian, Ronnie, and this and that. We may have a much different conversation. But everybody, anything I say is going to get scrutinized. And I've taken that in where I had, but here's the cool part. Like I said in my post last night, whether you love me or hate me, you've been growing with me.
Right.
And I can appreciate that. People have grown with me. And they're going to continue to do it because they love bodybuilding. I'm a bodybuilder. Of course they're going to still follow my journey. I know that. But I want you to, and I've always said it, when I've been winning, what did I say? I have to give a round of applause for these other guys. And just, even if you ain't a fan of Phil Heath, you got to be a fan of bodybuilding. That's what I always tell people, and that's what they got to do right now. So be a fan of the sport, just be a fan. You know, because we need that energy. And yeah, I mean, can I throw some, quick jabs and this and that and be like, yeah, be a fan of him now? Because no, not today. Not today. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need to throw no side jab and let people know I'm coming and this and that. If you know who I am, you probably can figure it out for yourself. Yeah. So it's just one of those things. Like I really truly feel like I had a long maturation. I didn't cry until this morning.
Really? Oh man.
I didn't cry until this morning. So and it was like, wow, like that really happened. Okay. All right, let it out, this and that. But it wasn't for like losing and stuff. It was just like
just the emotion of it.
No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that I was living. See, sometimes when good things happen, you cry. Something bad things happen, you cry. But I recognized I was living, and I got this witness. Everybody else living. They were living. I was there when Ronnie lost and people were cheering. And you take it you could easily take this shit personal because you're like, man, they're cheering against me. It's like, nah, man, they're cheering for somebody else because they're just happy for somebody else. They're just congratulating somebody else. Doesn't mean, and even if they hate your ass, just be happy that they're congratulating somebody. Because we live in this world where like everybody's so effed up already and want to just tear people down. At least for a moment, they were happy for something. Maybe for a moment, they got away from their job or their shitty environment that they don't want to go back to after this weekend. But at least for a moment, they were happy about something. So that's okay, man. It's not like, and I feel like this has made me mature tremendously. So it's a blessing. It's just one of those things. Like I said, it's just I'm just not mad.
Good.
Now get me in the gym. Might be a different story, but at least I have the gym. Yeah, but at least I have the gym and I have the right outlet, But I'm not gonna. You don't go to social media. You don't throw subliminals. You don't. I don't need to do that shit. Everybody else did that to me.
Yeah.
Everybody did that to me. Fans did it to me. Critics did it to me. Critics, former bodybuilders, coming up, shaking my hand, kissing my ass, and then I go on their IG and they talking shit. I've seen it all, man. And it's the heart of man. Like, they can't help themselves. But I ain't gonna be like them. I'm gonna be true to who I am, and I'm gonna give props where I can. I had Bonac and freaking Ramy come up to me last night and tell me like, hey man, you're gonna come back and you're gonna win this again. They're like, we already know. We know you're that good. And to have them both be inspired by what I bring, and they look at me as a big brother. I finally realized, number one, how old I am, and number two, how I've impacted their life. And I never thought I had that responsibility with my competitors, because at the same time, I'm technically taking money off of their plate to feed their family too. And if they feel that I'm someone they still look up to and still get motivated by, there's a hidden lesson with that. I don't think any other bodybuilder, I'm not saying that I'm freaking a prophet or anything like that, or a perfect person, but I don't think people think of it that deep. When you beat somebody and stuff, you got bills to pay, you got kids to feed, you got a future to try to develop after bodybuilding is over. And sometimes fans don't realize that, so it is easy to get mad when someone's rooting against you, because they don't realize, like, man, like, you go from $400,000 to $150, which I thought was really $200, because they said in the thing it was $200, but then it was $150.
Really?
So either I'm owed $50.
I'll double check it. I'll
Double check that shit.
will.
Fact check that shit.
Double check would be nice.
Yeah, man, that would be nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll double check it.
Yeah, you know. But you know, it's just, it's one of those things you start to realize, like, fans are gonna know because they think your life is perfect. They're like, man, you're living the dream. You're this and that. I got bills to pay.
Yeah.
I got a future to set. Bodybuilding can take my life.
Yeah,
It can take my life.
I've seen that.
We've seen that. So you got to be smart with that. And then you got to be smart and say, well, I'll be 39 in December. I have no children. I want a child. I got to really start planning an exit strategy, which, thank God, after my surgery, that's why I didn't travel this year. Because of my surgery, and I was like, I need to recover, and I need to also start thinking about the future. And I thought I was going to win, and I could kind of push that plan aside after the win. Now I have to speed that process up. And you know, that lets you know that sometimes it's not on your time, it's on God's time. And you just have to stay with it. And I know for a fact everybody's going to want to watch my every move, because they just know that I'm one of the best still. And I still inspire them, even if they don't give two shits. Like, you know, they realize, like, it must be hard to be that good. So I need to teach them to say, hey, look, man, you could have been the best salesman for the last 7 years, and then something happened, and it could be political, it'd be this. So what? Are you gonna just cry and act like a chump, or are you gonna say, well, I can get better? You know?
You're getting new fans on this journey too.
Well, I saw it happen with Jay, and I saw it happen with Kai. I mean, shit, Kai's ass got more fans because of me going at it with him. You know, because they wanted to see, man, shit. You imagine, like, if you would have won, man, that would have been hard.
I know.
That would have been hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. That would have been a little harder to swallow than this one.
Yeah.
Because he and I were like, we didn't like each other. But I can say that for all the people that are here, I don't have no problem with that man. You know, it was just some of the most fiercest. It was really all y'all fault. It was really all y'all fault. You know, talking all this shit and getting all excited and, you know, putting us against each other, and Kai looking at me looking at him like, man, your fan said this about me, and then my fan said, wait a minute, that didn't really come from you. Oh, so we're cool? And if you guys notice, it's like, yeah, man, like, you know, people ask me, so what do you think? I'm like, dude, God bless him. He's doing his exit strategy.
Right.
He don't need to come back. He's doing other things, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be happy for what he's doing. Because if I do the same thing, I want you to be happy for me. And just enjoy what we had. And I think that's some of the problems that the one maybe critique I would give is that it's not that I don't feel underappreciated. I feel like sometimes you don't get celebrated while you're a champion, but you do, like, after.
Yeah.
And it's human nature, because we want the champion to come up. I mean, people were excited that I beat Jay, right? And then, like, within Generation Iron, they were hoping that I lost.
Yeah.
And I had to realize right away back then that had more to do about them people than me.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? I went to the gym, I sacrificed, I had blood, sweat, and tears, this and that. And I let it turn in when I got pissed. Mm-hmm. But I was okay with it because it helped fuel me to win.
All right.
So after that movie and everything, that's when I became the Dream Killer. I just didn't start talking about it until recently. Because I was like, no one has the balls to be the villain, especially when you're good looking. So ain't no one gonna be the villain you good looking, man. So, you know, I was like, I'll be the hero and the villain. WWE, man, you're the hero one day, you're the villain the next.
Yep.
And, you know, I took that on. And even Kai admitted it. He's like, you never see that. I said, yeah, man, them guys are Generation 9. They made you look like you was broke as hell, this and that.
I know.
Now I'm living on the high life. I said, dude, you was making money, driving a nice car and this and that. But I was disappointed in fans for not figuring that out on their own.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes you can't, when you're in life, you're going to be misunderstood. You're going to be misquoted. You know, Ron Harris and I, we did an interview and stuff. I mean, we do an interview and I'm still misquoted, not by him, but the interpretation by the fan reading it. Sometimes some people just stupid. And some people just want to read what they want to read, and they're going to twist things around. That still doesn't have anything to do about you and your heart and your intentions. Your intentions are good and they're genuine and stuff. You don't have to listen to nothing, because I still sleep good at night. And, you know, it's never going to be predicated on, you know, I always say, you know, the career for me is not going to be predicated on one Mr. Olympia. It's going to be how many, but also it's going to be how I handle this right now.
Yep. It's tough moments.
You know, it's going to be handled, and, you know, everybody likes a good comeback. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I gotta really evaluate everything. But I know this: I'm not going to. I'm just not going to diss nobody, man. I'm not going to diss anybody. I'm not going to be mean and this and that. I'm going to just enjoy my life, man, and spend time with my girl. You know, anyone that knows my girl, like, she sacrificed. You know, it's funny, like, she catches more shit unnecessarily than any wife in our sports history. You know why? Because she loves me. And they're probably jealous. And when the devil comes in, the devil says, well, I can't really get Phil, but maybe I can go after her to get the Phil. And that's why they comment, they send her me messages, they send this and send that. This woman is a smart woman. She had a great job in Silicon Valley doing some incredible things, decided to be with me, move to Denver, leave her family for me. So that's why she supports me so much, because she's like, you know what, I gave up everything, so I have to.
It's all in.
And she's my twin flame, like, that's my soulmate. So it's like, you know, so how do I, you know, I had to console her more than myself last night and this morning. You know, because she's like, well, I see you hurt and this and that, and I know what you, I know everything. She travels with me, she does everything with me. So, but the world don't know that. They don't know, because it's not like I had a reality show, you know, like.
It's only what you show them.
It's only what I show them, so they're going to assume and misquote and misunderstand. But common sense needs to show that, like, look, man, when you got someone that loves you like that, that's awesome. I'm very blessed. So, and I had to explain to her, I'm like, look, you're going to get misquoted a lot of the time. I mean, she was making it seem like people thought that I was going to retire and, like, leave the sport and this and that, because she wrote something. I said, take it down. I knew what you meant. It wasn't, she's like, well, they don't, and I was like, oh, yeah. I said, I had to break it down to her. I was like, no. I know what you were trying to say, but the world, the way the world is, they think that it's something completely different, because they interpret, it's the way they digest it.
We were talking about it last night at the banquet when it was up.
Yeah, it's how they digest it.
Yeah.
So I just told her, I said, take it down and tell them how you really feel. If you really, I said, I ain't coaching you. Like, you're a grown woman. Like, if you want to say that you're fucking mad and this and that, and I got robbed, say it. But I don't think that's what you're going to say. She didn't. She gave credit where credit was due. You know, she told everybody that she's human. And unfortunately, some people still will probably take what she had posted on her story and try to make it into a story. But that's something wrong with them. And that shows that they are trying to just clickbait BS, and that shows their lack of integrity and this and that and the other. And
for their own amusement.
Oh, I mean, RX Muscle did it right away.
Oh, they did it?
Right away, they did it. They did it right away. And you know what? They're pissed because I didn't do an interview with them, because Dave Palumbo asked me some very invasive questions that I mean,
All right, folks, so we can start
got some
getting
really effed up stuff,
IFBB
man.
Pros up on the table.
Like almost racial
Really?
things that like, you don't want to be asked.
Oh man.
Buy some t-shirts,
Like that are irrelevant to trying to win a show. I had to go to Olympia. I was actually, because I did the interview with Ron, and I was like, okay, I'm not with Flex Magazine anymore. I want to give myself to everybody.
Right.
And people were like, oh yeah, that's great, that's great. And then I'm like, he took advantage of that and really wrote some stuff that, like, I mean, you're asking me about my divorce, you're asking me about like what ethnicity my parents are. What the hell does that have to do with my Olympia status? Why, because I'm black with green, light skin with green eyes? Do I really need to go break it down for you? 400 years of slavery, someone probably like hooked up with somebody and then like it happened and I got these.
You're too pretty, Phil. You're too pretty.
But I mean, like, why is that? Why is that a question? Asking me about gifted nutrition that happened 3 years ago and stuff like that, which there was a court settlement and a press release. What more do I need to say about it? These are the type of questions that I was asking. Yeah, you guys are recording this stuff, and yeah, it should be put on blast. But these are the type of things that when you're a champion, people do to you. Because sometimes they show zero respect for you. Zero. And then they wonder why we get angry. They wonder why we close up. They wonder why like we're like, sorry, I can't take no picture, this, that, and the other. Because people are trying to take from you. But I just said, no, I can't do that interview and this and that, sorry. And they're like, well, we could change the questions. I'm like, you should have done it already, man. Because the first question should have been like, how does it feel to be Mr. Olympia? What was your favorite one? What really drives you to try to be the best you can be? Not asking me questions about the judging criteria and all that stuff. That's a lose-lose question. If I answer that question, I'm much more smart. I'm like, dude, like, do you realize I've been on the cover of the New York Times sports page? No other bodybuilder's ever done that. 6 pages in color and print. And you're over here writing this garbage. So it's like, you know, I got disappointed. Going to Olympia, I had to read that. So that's just one of those things, guys. Like, and I'm going to close it up real quick. We're going to go do our thing. But, you know, overall, it's like, you know, you're a human being first, you know, and everybody should know that we are. I mean, you guys know that. But, you know, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the experience. I love you guys. And, you know, I'll be up there being very consistent with everything I've said. You know, I don't do enough of these little, I don't even know what to call this, a meet and greet, whatever.
Fireside
but more intimate conversations. But I think Ron and I talked about this. I think I talked about it with Giles as well. Is that the reason why some people misunderstand me is because they don't get these interactions. And if they got more, then they probably would change their whole view and be like, man, he's not a cocky son of a bitch. You know, he's just wanting to fucking win. Oh yeah, man, because I want you to win in life. So when someone tells you you can't do this stuff, you say, well, Phil Heath did. He looked you dead in the eye and said, come on, I got more. And bring it all. Bring all the hate. Bring all the fire. I challenged it. I called myself the dream killer for crying out loud. I got
Folks,
more
we can
shit.
start taking our seats, please. We're going to get the seminar going.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
A little bit later, everybody will have an opportunity, so you're not going to miss out. You've got to get the seminar going. Let's get Phil up here. Lex. Shawn. Yeah, I know. You're not drinking water.
Is that Brandon?
Just anybody.
You know, Ansley.
Hey, what up, Ron? What up?
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother.
That's it.
It's like you're on the mic almost.
No, that's yours.
What up, Ron?
Come on. I started early.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks for watching. Okay.
Give me a second, guys. I'm going to plug in a battery.
Hey, Ron. How's it going? Muscular development.
Yeah.
Head of muscular
Ron,
development.
how are you?
Maureen.
We met before?
Yes,
Yeah.
several times.
My
Always.
memories.
No, that's
Not what
good
I used to.
remember.
I never had a good memory to begin with.
Oh, come on now.
It's only getting worse.
That's right here in bodybuilding.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, we all look up to the guy we all sort of revere is Peter McGuff from the UK.
Yeah,
He was
no. He's a sweetheart,
Yeah,
man.
British. Yeah. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No, no.
So we're about to start the seminar here, guys. Hopefully. Yeah, you don't need to go to Instagram if you're already on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.